Carlson claimed that the people who are coming after J.D. Vance are only doing so because Vance is against starting pointless wars. He is very much against the Russia-Ukraine war. He wants to end the Israel-Gaza situation and avoid conflict around the globe, just like Donald Trump.
Tucker Carlson and Stephen Gardner think Trump and Vance don't want to kill people.
Israel has to finish that job. They have to finish it quickly, strongly.
So Trump's not talking about a ceasefire. He's talking about win the war, which means killing tens of thousands of more Palestinians.
Schumer has become like a Palestinian. Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian.
That the Biden administration supplied bombs that have killed hundreds of thousands of Palestinians means he's not talking about Biden taking his side. He's stating, and framing it as an insult.
A lot of people recognize that we need to do something with Iran, but not these weak little bombing runs. If you're going to punch the Iranians, you punch them hard, and that's what he did when he took out Soleimani.
So on Fox News, Vance and Trump just talk about killing people. Their audience is obviously okay with that. But then you've got Tucker Carlson and Stephen Gardner and a lot of others in the alt media that have huge followings. Most of the people don't want war. So they tell their audiences that Trump and Vance don't want to kill people, hoping they don't go to Fox News. So it's clear no matter who wins the election, based on Biden's history and what these guys are promising to do, that the Palestinians are going to be slaughtered until they move off the Gaza Strip. The red areas are gas fields in the Mediterranean, and the white lines point out the economic zones for the countries that are entitled to those fields. So zooming on these two gas fields, what you notice is that the white line for these two gas fields hits the coast here, yet Israel's economic zone, denoted by the shaded area, doesn't go up to that part because that's where the Gaza Strip is. Meaning that, in international law, the Palestinian Authority would have, at least in part, claim to the royalties from those gas fields, in which case they would then put those into hospitals, schools, roads, water infrastructure, everything that the Israelis have taken from them. So back to the gas map, let's have a look at this Karish field. And this Karish field actually has a platform and is already pumping gas. If you have a look at how lucky Israel was, and that the gas field's just on their side and not on Lebanon's side. Hezbollah didn't actually believe that Israel was so lucky and go off the notion that some of that gas field is under Lebanon's economic zone. Because they weren't getting royalties, they sent drones to start trying to blow up the rig. So Israel were forced to enter into negotiations. Up until then, they'll just take all the profit. So a deal was reached to stop Hezbollah attacking that gas rig. That was in October 2022. 20 months later, Israel's ready for all-out war in Lebanon. So if they win, is that going to affect the gas deal? The EU signed a gas deal to ditch Russia back in 2022. Well, the EU pays more for gas now, particularly when there's no competition. So the timing of the Hamas attack in October 2023 couldn't be more perfect for the profitability of Israel and its gas assets when it lines up with what's going on in Ukraine. Most projects are set to kick off in about 18 months, in which time Hezbollah might have been dispatched and the Karish gas field deal's been sorted and Palestinians are no longer in Gaza, which will be well into Trump's administration. So the gas is just one part of it. The second part is that it's a grab for very, very valuable coastal land. If we just look at the aftermath with the Hamas attack, you've got some tents still there. Nothing's been burnt. Most of Gaza looks like this, not just a couple of tents that are unattended, but entire. This is just one part. Most of Gaza has been flattened. A bit like the Lahaina fires over in Maui, where you had relatively poor people living on very expensive coastal land, and you end up with the same outcome as in Gaza, where poor people are now no longer there. Now this image actually came up as included in a news.com.au article. This is what happened when I clicked on the story to get a better image. Page not found. No surprises there. All right, that's it for this one.